Volume 1, Book 1, Chapters 1 to 9 of the Life of Apollonius of Tyana. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Father Ziley. The Life of Apollonius of Tyana by Flavius PHILOSTRATUS. Translated by F.C. CONYBEARE, Volume 1, Book 1, Chapters 1 through 9. The votaries of Pythagoras of Samos have this story to tell of him, that he was not an Ionian at all, but that, once on a time in Troy, he had been Euphorbus, and that he had come to life after death, but had died as the songs of Homer relate. And they say that he declined to wear apparel made from dead animal products, and, to guard his purity, abstained from all flesh diet, whether of animals or of sacrificial victims. For that he would not stain the altars with blood, nay, rather the honey cake and frankincense and the hymn of praise, these, they say, were the offerings made to the gods by this man, who realized that they welcome such tribute more than they do the hecatombs and the knife laid upon the sacrificial basket. For they say that he had of a certainty social intercourse with the gods, and learnt from them the conditions under which they take pleasure in men or are disgusted, and on this intercourse he based his account of nature. For he said that, whereas other men only make conjectures about the divinity and make guesses that contradict one another concerning it, in his own case he said that Apollo had come to him acknowledging that he was the god in person, and that Athena and the Muses and other gods, whose forms and names men did not yet know, had also consorted with him, though without making such acknowledgment. And the followers of Pythagoras accepted as law any decisions laid down by him, and honored him as an emissary from Zeus, but imposed, out of respect for their divine character, a ritual silence on themselves. For many were the divine and ineffable secrets which they had heard, but which it was difficult for any to keep who had not previously learnt that silence also is a mode of speech. Moreover, they declare that Empedocles of Acragas had trodden this way of wisdom when he wrote the line, "Rejoice ye, for I am unto you an immortal god, and no more mortal." And this also, "For erewhile I already became both girl and boy." And the story that he made at Olympia a bull out of pastry and sacrificed it to the god shows that he approved of the sentiments of Pythagoras. And there is much else that they tell of those sages who observed the rule of Pythagoras. But I must not now enter upon such points, but hurry on to the work which I have set myself to complete. Book 1, Chapter 2. For quite akin to theirs was the ideal which Apollonius pursued. And more divinely than Pythagoras, he wooed wisdom and soared above tyrants. And though he lived in times not long gone, nor again quite of our own day, yet men know him not because of the true wisdom which he practiced as a sage and sanely, but one man singles out one feature for praise in him and another, while some, because he had interviews with the wizards of Babylon and with the Brahmins of India, and with the nude ascetics of Egypt, put him down as a wizard, and spread the calumny that he was a sage of an illegitimate kind, judging of him ill. For Empedocles and Pythagoras himself and Democritus consorted with wizards, and uttered many supernatural truths, yet never stooped to the black art. And Plato went to Egypt, and mingled with his own discourses much of what he heard from the prophets and priests there. And though, like a painter, he laid their colors on to his rough sketches, yet he never passed for a wizard, although much envied of mankind for his wisdom.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?